reason, we do not acknowledge the comments. We don't acknowledge the gifts, and that's out of respect to the conversations. I will say though that they are noticed, and you can try your hardest to throw me off my game. You can, if you'd like to. You can try and throw me off my game. Drop a dragon, see what happens. I will stay vigilant. I will stay steady on the goal. Now, on that note, everyone, we're gonna bring in our first guest. She has her name pun and she hates what she's done to herself. Ladies and gentlemen, our very first guest of the evening. He goes by 401. Hey, Kay! What's going on?
Yo, hi Chris, how are you?
I gotta slap my speaker real quick to turn on. Oh, there we go. Seriously, I have a speaker that I have to smack to make it work. It's like an old TV. It's
Thank
crazy.
you.
I'm
Not you out here asking for a dragon though.
You want to know the funny part?
Yeah.
I can't do anything with it. I can't even cash it out.
You can't convert it to gift back to other streamers.
I'm the ultimate gift trader. People have been sleeping on me. They're like, they want to, they're out there posting in their stories about who's gift trading. Let me tell you something. I'm the ultimate gift trader because I can't even cash out. Everything I get literally is converted.
You're you're at zero on my board, so after today we're gonna fix it, okay?
Well, you can hope. I have a terrible memory of
That's
who gifts me. But it's not about me. It's about you. 401k. It's nice to see you here. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for the reminder to turn off my gift sound. 401k, let's just start off with the punniness. Is your name actually K? The people want to know.
Yes, so my name is Kay, and before I got on the app, even on like Instagram and everything on Twitter, my name's always been 401k. It's just a play on words, and a lot of people ask me like, "Are you from Rhode Island?" Because 401 is the area code there, and I tell them if you don't know what a 401k is, you're not for me. So, that's just that. But yeah, it's just a play on words, that's it.
I like it. So no retirement advocating or anything like that.
No, 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 no. It's really just for it's just a play on words, and I feel like it's stuck for so long, like so many people know me with that name that it's just stuck there permanently. So
I hope you all heard it here first. You know you heard it here first. 401k does not care about your financial stability in your future. It's strictly a pun. So there you go. That's 401k. She's on the show. She is a black VIP. So you must be doing something right, or very wrong, talking about your financial future. Did you come into this app knowing that you wanted to take care of some people like that? Did you know that you were going to be dropping that way?
absolutely not. When I first got on this app, actually, it's because my baby daddy did me dirty. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna one up him and I'm gonna get on a dating app, right? That was my whole intention. But things didn't work out that way. I discovered live and I started streaming. And got 500 coins my first stream. I'm like, oh wow, this is kind of cool. And then I kind of got into it, started joining families, found new people, and I don't know, it's just grown since then. But yes, Black VIP. I'm Black VIP last month, this month, and next month, just in case anybody was
Just she said come correct. Next month already there.
wondering.
We've got
Secured.
extra time today. That means I'm gonna be back on my ish. And so
Not the
I
ish.
want to run through the logic of something that you just said. You said I originally joined to show up my baby daddy by being on a
Correct.
dating app. I really want to go through the line of logic of what guy you would possibly meet on a dating app that's going to make the last guy you were with jealous. So was this guy just like, did you find him in the clearance rack or what was going on here?
Okay, we're gonna have a story time because I'm gonna tell you how I embarrassed myself actually when it first happened. So I downloaded the app, right, because we had broken up and he was still living with me at the time, right? But I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get on this app and find a man, just kind of like somebody to talk to, just to kind of spite him in a way. So I downloaded the app, I created the username 401k, right? And mind you, still living with me. I went to walk past him in the house and I saw him like, on dating apps, like swiping. And I said, oh, so you're out here on dating apps now. And he's like, and so are you, 401k. He had already found my profile on
What?
the app. He had already found my profile. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even know what to say at that point. I was like, no, like this is just very embarrassing. And you know what, after that point, I just shut up. I said, there's nothing that I can say in this instance to get myself out of this little awkward situation that we're in. So I was just like, yeah, I'll walk away on mumbling under my breath.
Checkmated you.
But
Wow. Incredible.
yeah, it
Guys,
was a
take
really
notes.
good
That's
time.
the only time in history a dude has ever come close to winning that argument. So send
Ever.
this dude a pie or something. Um,
Mm.
what's okay? Again, as deep as you want to go, this is your actual life we're talking about here. Welcome to Suit Up, by the way, everyone. We're talking about 401k and reflecting on all the possibly good or bad decisions she's made. Why were you in a situation that you had to live with your ex? Were you like trying to get out of there? Was it your
No, no,
spot, his
no, no, no,
spot?
no, no. Chris, he lived with me,
He
okay?
lived with you.
Because that man had no money. So I was being nice and said, you know what, even though we're not together, you can go ahead and get back on your feet, live here until you figure it out. Right. It's a difference. Like, okay, so he was living with me and I was just trying to be, nice to him. I wasn't gonna make him homeless. So
There's a difference. Wow. And I see a consistent theme with you. Not only then were you supporting dudes, but you're still supporting dudes now. 401k is
oh
Trust
no.
Fund Mama. There you go, everybody.
Not
It's
the trust fund
401k. She's
mama.
here to help you win your battles, win your hearts, and give you a roof for a couple days.
Chris
401k.
Casper just called me the trust fund mama. If anybody refers to me as that, you're blocked. So don't do it because I know all of my people are in here. I see you. Do not ever in your life fix your lips to say that. Okay. Anyways, Chris, go ahead.
Thanks for the pass. I'm gonna take my liberties while I have this mic and count my blessings. Okay, so you are on the app. He eventually moves out. I'm guessing. Is he still there?
Ah, please. No, this
You're in a
man is
closet right now. Maybe you're hiding. You don't want him to know that 401k is doing her business.
no, he's actually moved on. He has a new girlfriend. He lives with her now because that's just obviously there's a trend here, right? There's a pattern. But he lives with
He's an
his new
opportunist.
girlfriend, an opportunist. Yeah, I guess we could
Yeah, he's
call
got a
him
business
that.
plan, and it's
a
other people's business.
a user. But no, he's moved on with life. He's living with a new girl, and me and my daughter moved on with our lives. You know what I mean? So we're just happy and content. And I'm in the closet because my child's loud. So that's it.
Okay. What if they need
So
cereal? Are you gonna like just kind of pass it to them and then step out?
no, absolutely not. I have somebody
You already set the
watching,
cereal outside. Got
supervising.
it.
Right,
Okay.
somebody supervising because if not, she would be in here, mom. But I tell her all the time, you can't be seen on here. This is like an adult app. You can't be seen on here. So
Clearly, it's very adult content in the most respectful ways. Okay. Well,
sometimes
we're
so.
happy that you were able to get out of that situation for the best. And I mean that sincerely. You are on the app though, because you started out of spite. That's something we have in common. I started streaming on here out of spite, different reason though, even though same reason. What kept you around? Because you didn't have to save face once he moved out. What kept you around?
Because there was some flying men on here. You know what I'm saying? Like you downloaded the app for a purpose, for an intention, and then you go around, you're like, oh, okay, all right. And then I started making friends on here. And then, like there's still people that I met my first week on this app that I'm still friends with to this day. And so I think that that's really cool. Like, lasting friendships on this app for sure. So that's what made me stay, is not just the foreign people, but also the friends. I have a lot of friends on here. Like I know you saw, but I've met over 50 people, 50 to 100 people on this app in real life. Like done streamer meetups, and our kids have hung out. All types of stuff. So it's a good time.
Wow, that's some vulnerable stuff. Let's get into that, but not before we let everyone know. Make sure that you favorite 401k. She's our first guest here on Suited Up tonight. We have two wonderful guests, 401k and Dimples. 401k was just going over how she's met a lot of people here on the platform and experienced a lot of life, met a lot of friends, and there's a lot of fine men. What is the qualifications to not only be of man, but to be fine man? How do we get that title?
Um, so my taste is different than a lot of other people's taste. Rain, please mind your neck. My taste is different than a lot of other people's taste. You know what I mean? But there's I got a thing for New York men, as we know. Everybody knows that. It's like a weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a thing. But if you have face
People who are
tattoos,
outside. Is that the outside people?
If you're
Okay.
from New York, if you have face tattoos, you know what I'm saying? Just felonies, baby mamas, come my way. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I just have a very specific odd type. So, um,
That's okay. So there you go, guys. If you want to get with 401k, you need to commit to the face tat. And even then, it's not secure because she has
you
met
could
50 to
literally just
100
get like
people.
a teardrop right here. You know what I'm saying? Like a
No,
little something or other right here. Chris,
that
you could get. What if you got always tired, like Post Malone, like something like that? You know what I'm saying? Then we will be like, look at Chris, he's a daddy. Look,
could you
that's daddy.
imagine like an always tired just right here?
Yeah. No, not
Why do you
on.
say it
I don't
like
know.
yes, like that's the right choice for me?
I don't know.
It's
I
not.
don't think it's
Okay.
very
Uh,
it's not very
we don't need to
fitting
dwell on these
for
things.
you, you know?
Let's let's talk about the what are we even doing today? I don't know. We're talking about things. We got a whole lot of time to soak up. 50 to
Yeah.
100 people. You said even your kids have met. Let's talk about first just you making that first leap. Do you remember the first person that you met from here? They feel so unspecial at this time. They're
They
like
as they
gutted.
as
They're
they
in this
should
chat
because
and their heart has fallen out of their body. That was the longest pause of "Do you remember?" I've ever seen in my life.
who's one of the first people? I could tell you one of the first people, not the first one, but one of the first people is Top Badge Bocot. He's also the one who our children have hung out and we have like a lifelong friendship. We've been friends since I've been on this app since he was at like I think 100K diamonds, so it's a good time. We still talk to this day, very good friends.
Is he a New York gentleman?
He's
Tri-state area?
originally from Chicago, but sometimes exceptions are made.
Okay. New
Yeah.
York and Chicago, they may have some similarities. They both have pizza and are by bodies of water. So that's a start.
That has nothing to do with it, but we'll say that. We'll say if you're from the tri-state area, hit the DMs, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
What we've determined is 401k likes guys from where pizza is from. Maybe you'd like a nice Greece fellow or Greek fellow. Is that where pizza's from? I'm hungry. All right. So you found some people on here. You made some friends. Can you tell us about some of the most impactful experiences that you've had from meeting people from the platform? Has there been anyone or any times that you've been like, wow, this is more than just like hanging out with people? These are people that potentially are lifelong friends. Anything like that?
yeah. So again, a lot of the lasting friendships on here are people that people that I've met in person. There's two people who I am actually the godmother to their child from this app. Met them from this app. So I think that that's very Chris, fix your face. I think that's very cool because you know what I'm saying? Like they trust me that much to be a godmother to their children. Some of my A
But what
ones
if
are
it
still.
happens?
If what happens?
Well, see, that's a thing. Like people say a lot, yeah, I'm this person's godparent. But you realize the responsibilities of taking
Yes.
godparent. You're gonna be collecting more kids at that point, and
If
that's
something,
nobody
God
wants that.
forbid, if something, God forbid, was to ever happen to them, I would take their children in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know. 401k loves their babies. So, I mean,
Okay, there you
yeah,
go,
but,
everyone.
yeah, some of my A1 day ones are still like, I know you see Harriet Tubman in the comments. She's very ghetto. Please excuse her username, but that's one of the first people I met on this app. And still my best friend to this day. So, to me, that's impactful because she's been there through a lot of things with me in real life and on the app. I've known her for 2 years now. So it's very
Wow.
important. Yeah.
And how long have you been on the platform? I think that's important for the context of you meeting so many people.
2 years.
2 years.
So I went to, yeah, some of the people that I met are local. And then a lot of the people that I met were at streamer meetups that were hosted in Vegas. We did two of those in Vegas, one of those here in Arizona, and then other people are just kind of, here and there. So
Mm. Wow. Is talking about the entire streamer experience and the effect that people have made on you. They have literally had an effect on you, like physically. I understand that you did something very special for a certain Millie. Is that true?
When I had to give three facts about myself, when I tell you I'm not being dramatic and Skylight had to like yell at me this morning, she said, Kay, if you don't give me that list of things, but I couldn't think of three facts about myself because I wanted it to relate to the streaming platform, right? So we're gonna take a trip down memory lane.
Not today.
There was one time that I was going to the tattoo shop already to get a tattoo, and I was close to my Millie, and somebody said, "Kay, if you tattoo my I don't want to say slogan, I don't even know what you would call it. Their little thing, if you tattoo it on your butt cheek, then I will steal your Millie." And I
How far
said,
away were you from the Millie?
logo.
How far away
I
were you? How far
I
away?
I think I was only like 60K away. So really I was just doing them a solid, but I'm a very like impromptu person, and little things to me like that don't matter. Like I have a face tattoo, nobody would know about it because it's hidden. You know what I mean? But um it was very impromptu. When they said it, it wasn't even like, oh my god, but it's gonna be on my body forever. I was just like, okay, let's go. Like I told the tattoo artist, hey, we're gonna
Spontaneous.
add that.
You're spontaneous.
There's the word. There we go. Yes,
Okay.
spontaneous is the
What is
word.
the logo of? How would you describe it? Is it obnoxious? Is it small? Is it
It says 224, and I think that tells you everything you need to know.
it's an area code.
No. I mean it could be, but that's not Tomas, please. That's not what it was. It's not meant to be an area code. Chris, you're making me very uncomfortable right now.
Oh, I've never done that before, I think, on this
Yes,
show.
you yes, you have. You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a story time since he got extra time today. There was one time that Chris went live late at night and he was just letting random people in his box. So I was like, okay, well, here I come. I get in the box and I had no idea what we were gonna talk about. And he started talking about Roth IRAs and all types of tax documents and all types of things. And the conversation was the most awkward thing you guys could possibly imagine. And I told my people, I said, never again will I be able to have a conversation with Chris Casper because I am embarrassed. Like I am so embarrassed for the way that that conversation went down that I'm never doing it again. And now look at me. Here we are.
I think that reflects more of you than it does me. Welcome to
It
Suit Up.
did.
This is your weekly talk show style show. This is 401k. She's a great sport, and I feel like I've traumatized her in front of hundreds of people, which I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life.
Not
How long will
not
I
this
remember?
time.
Not very long. All right, so 401k, you're doing great things. You got the tattoo. We won't go any further into it.
Okay.
As far as your streaming experience, you are known to take things to the extreme, tattoos being one of them. The other one being keeping yourself in one piece. That's not something you're very good at. Can you please give us the story on you broke your hip?
Okay, we didn't break the hip. I'm gonna explain. Okay, you guys, this is just turning out poorly. Okay, so if you scroll through my Instagram, you guys will see videos of me doing acrobats, right? Doing flips and kicks and stupid things, because it's for entertainment purposes. I was like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, who said she's just old? Because I know it wasn't country. Anyways, I was doing acrobats on the bed and flipping and doing all types of stuff. So one day I flipped and I landed on the bed like sideways and broke the bed frame. Like the entire bed frame like hit the floor, hit the ground, right? Very embarrassing. And I said, this is ghetto. So we had to buy a new bed frame. And then I think it was no less than a week later, we were still on live doing flips and kicks and all sorts of things. And I fell off the bed and popped my hip out of place. And we have it screen recorded. It's a very great time. But you hear me like land on the ground and I'm like screaming. I'm like, oh my God. Like I couldn't get up to end my live. People were in the comments like, is she okay? Is she not? Is everything okay? What is happening? Like nobody knew what was going on. But long story short, I had to go get MRIs, x-rays, all types of things. It was not a good time, but it is on my Instagram if anybody's interested. So
What?
because it's all about entertainment. I was entertaining the people. You know what I mean? That's one thing about me is I'm a clown. I'm a very comedic person. I'm very funny. Matter of opinion. I'm very funny. And so when I do things like that, it was for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? And it was a very good time. Like the people that were in the stream thought it was very, very funny. So we're just gonna let it be.
If you told me before this conversation that you were going to say you were doing acrobatic activities on a bed and broke it, popping out your hip, I would have said we can't even talk about that story. It's in the terms of service, code of content policy. Congratulations on somehow getting around that. Number two, how do you walk now? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay, but if I like squat down for too long, like if I'm giving my daughter a bath and I'm like squatted down, like I'll stand up and I'll be like, "Oh my God," like my hip will lock up on me. I said, this is giving very much 85-year-old geriatric, not a fan. I don't know why, but yeah, I can still do cartwheels, don't get it twisted. I can still do acrobats if I wanted to. I just choose not to.
Just think though, with all the savings that you'll get from your AARP membership, you can become possibly a boss badge, upgrade from that black badge. Who knows? It could be in
Oh
your
my
future.
God. You know what? Once I found out how much a boss badge spends on this app, I said, I'm sick. I am sick to death and I cannot do it. I'm sorry. The black badge is pushing it. If you guys had something in between, maybe, but definitely not a boss badge. That's just a little too much money. Unless you make me a top badge and then all the funds are coming in, dragons are flying, things like that, then it might become a
All right.
boss badge.
Make sure you're favoriting 401k. We are probably 75% of the way through the conversation or until she wants to dip out. I don't know. We're going to find out here soon. If you don't hit the favorite, you will miss such greatest hits as this tattoo I regret, how I lost my hip, let me gift you,
Mm-hmm.
and other great hits like Live from the Closet. My name is Chris Casper. I hope you're enjoying this show. We do it every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Make sure you stick around because we still have one more guest. Her name's Dimples. She's never interacted with me before. She said, I'm probably not going to actually join this box. This guy is terrible. 401k, you mentioned wanting the top badge. That could be in your future. I don't know. I bet you wish I knew. Why do you feel like the top badge is something that should be gracing your name? Why do you want that top badge?
Because you know what? Because I have made so many friendships on this app. I support a lot of people. And I'm very close with a lot of people on here outside of the app. Honestly, if you could go, I would tell you right now, Chris, you could go to like, I'm going to say 15 different random streams. You pick them, 15 random streams, and say, do you know who 401k is? And they're going to say, if they don't say yes, they're going to say, yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, I've heard of her. People know me. I'm very well known on here, and I have a lot of friends, a lot of I don't want to say subordinates, acquaintances. I have a lot of them. So I think that I would make an excellent top badge, but I know if anybody's listening.
All right. Good case. A lot of times people take the high road when I ask that question. They'll be like, well, I really want to support the community and help everyone out and give exposure to the people who wouldn't get exposure. But you're like, people know who I am, Chris. You know how many leaderboards I'm on? Give me the
So
badge. It's not
you
even
know what?
about respect. It's like, okay, that's fine.
I know you guys can see my statistics, okay? I know because I've asked Denise plenty of times, like, can you check this for me? Can you check this? You guys can see it. You guys know that I'm around. I have lots of friends on here. We can talk about my favorites, 26,000 if you'd like. People like me, I'm the people's choice. That's why,
People
honestly.
love me. All right. That's a good reason. It's a good reason. Okay. All right. Let's move forward. So
Okay.
as we wind up this conversation, I've been poking fun at you a lot, but we've talked about your quest for top badge. We've talked about your hip and other things. Is there anything that's important to you that you'd like to talk about, go over, reference?
Is there anything important that I'd like to talk about and go over? I think that it's very ghetto that you did not check my Instagram messages until today. I'm not a fan of that, not fond of it. Let's not let it happen again. I would like to give a shout out to all of my people. I have a lot of friends on this app. You see them in the comments, dropping the cartwheels. Those are my people, okay? I want to give a shout out to all of you, pretty gang, okay? Everybody that supports the cartwheel. We love every single one of you. I don't think that there's anything serious that I need to talk about on here, per se. But I do
Yeah.
have a question though, and I feel like you're
No,
gonna tell me, "Kay, I can't
please
answer it."
just
And
don't. Whatever you're about to do,
Chris, let
just
me just
it's
because I
not
know you
worth
know the
it.
answer.
Okay.
Excessive bans a factor when determining who gets the top badge?
Oh. All right. I think I can do that one. Yeah. So we do look at that kind of stuff, but they also take into account what it was for and potential discrepancies and things like that. So if
Okay.
someone has been banned, is it impossible for them to get a badge? No.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
All right. Are you thinking?
Um,
Well, hang on. Let's do a follow up here. Are you aware of activities that you should not have been doing in your live streams?
you know what? You guys make sure to let me know every day. You guys tell me every single day what I cannot be doing, and if I don't do it, if I don't listen, you guys make sure to put me in timeout. I am very well aware. Trust me, I probably know better than anybody what we cannot do on here, and I'm trying to be a better person. Okay.
You know, I have a bonus tip today. While you
Okay.
could firsthand experience what you're not supposed to do, instead of taking the hard route, you could just go ahead and read. Like I preach it every week. I'm like,
Remember
hey,
we talked about spontaneous, right? Spontaneous. You do things and then you're like, it's like when you're a kid and you do something bad and they're like this, like, don't do that. You're like, okay, I got it. I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? And then you try something different and then don't do it. Okay, all right, y'all got me. Hands up. Like I just learned things the hard way. I'm a hard-headed person. That's all it
we background check our guests. Who's responsible for this? Can we
is. Not the background check.
I need that, please. 401k, that's my claim to fame pause when I'm grasping at something to talk about. Thank you for being on the show. You're great to
Absolutely.
have on. It's very nice. Let's have a redeeming moment here.
Okay.
What would you say if someone's going to join your stream for the period that it's not banned? What could they expect to see? What could they expect to be a part of when it comes to the Cartwheel Cartel?
So as we know, PYT, right? She has her top badge, but we've determined she's the black one and I'm the white one, and we call ourselves the Cartwheel Coalition.
Oh,
Um,
let me see.
no, the emojis. One of them has black skin and one of them has white skin. That's it's
Let's stop.
okay.
Let's just,
Okay.
let's.
Okay, all right, we're not talking about that. But anyways, part of the Cartwheel Coalition, right? When you come to my stream, it's a lot of comedy. That's just we honestly, that's all I would say it is. My stream is nothing but comedy. We do have some very serious moments on there, not often, but everybody's always laughing in there. It's a good time. People come in there when they're having a bad day, when they need to pick me up. If they just, want to hang out in the cut, people tell me all the time, if it wasn't for you and your streams, I'd be in a bad place, or your streams have helped me, and little things like that. Even though I make a lot of jokes and I'm always talking a little crazy, things like that, it means a lot to me, So that's it. But
That was good. Okay.
that was a good right. I fixed it.
No. I literally said, let's call this the redemption segment, and you immediately walked into a train. Like you could not have put your
There's
body
nothing.
underneath the train tracks any faster.
There's nothing wrong with it. You know what? There's nothing wrong with it. I'll beg to differ. It's not in the terms of service, but it's
You
okay.
own yourself, which is good. Hit the 401k, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. We look forward to all the great things that you have when you're live. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
That was a good time. You all having fun? My name's Chris, and this is Suited Up. It's a show we do every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Sometimes I'm a little stiff. Other days, you get whatever I'm doing today. All right. Big shout out to the gifters that we've had so far, to the things. Top 10 gifters. That's the words I'm looking for. So far this evening. Big shout out, because I don't acknowledge them while I'm sweating and internally thinking, how do we change this conversation? In 10th place, currently we have Good Listener. 9th place, Auntie. 8th place, Fell. 7th place, PSK 2.8B. We've got Epi Deluxe. We have Chef and Bell. Lemon Bay for top badge. Daniel Tiger. This is the top 3. In second place, we got Tee It Up. And in first place, we have Culinary Plus Airplane. Maybe he's an airplane chef. That's pretty cool. Do you think it'd be difficult? Like, are there cooking restrictions while in the air versus on the ground? Those are the things that you don't think about until you have to. I'd also like to give a public apology to two people. This is serious. I'd like to give an apology to Hoops. And I'd like to give an apology to Marquise Evans, aka The Idol. I was supposed to guest judge on both their shows, and each day I wound up traveling and totally forgot in the mix up of me traveling that I couldn't be on their show. So I want to publicly apologize to both Hoops and Marquise Evans for not being on there. As the content guy, I feel like I should be like the most dependable guest possible, and then I didn't show up. So I want to apologize to each of you for that. Seriously. Thank you to 401k for being on the show. At this time, Dimples, if you'll request the box, please. Really would appreciate it. And make sure you stick around because at the end of the show, I've got some Q&A stuff from my inbox. I'm looking at my good old Instagrams right now. I'm going to answer some questions that I've been getting because I was gone for a little bit. And also I have some major stuff happening in my life. I'm not live too often. So I'm responding to some of the pre-curated questions that you all have sent in. We're going to respond to them live. Coming to the box right now, one of your most recent top badges. I did not have the honor of introducing her for her top badge, but our good friend Zach did. Nothing makes you smile like the moment when you get your top badge. Maybe you can let those dimples show. What's going on, Dimples?
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Great to see you.
Great to see
Wow.
you too.
All right. Are you feeling okay right now? Like this
I'm
is like
good. It's a little
you good?
nervous, but I'm good.
Okay. Well, me too. So, Dimples, your your recent new top badge. That's really exciting. I didn't get to ask the question. My signal was out while I was traveling, and I didn't get to hear. I know Zach asked some of these questions, so please forgive me if they're redundant or I repeat. But getting this top badge and getting the top badge, was that something that you had been going for a long time, or did you just kind of shoot your shot and get it?
Well, when I first started the app, I didn't know anything in regards to Top Badge. My friend had put it on my phone for when I was cooking. And as more time as I got to meet new streamers and get to experience different people, then I was like, oh, maybe it could actually be a goal, maybe one day. But personally, me, because I'm a little bit shy and I have a soft voice and I think I sound like a little kid, I didn't think it was going to be anywhere close to the goal.
Well, you proved yourself wrong in the best ways because you got your top badge and you did it. Did you say that your friend downloaded this app for while you're cooking?
Yes. So I'm always cooking and I'm always giving out recipes. And then she's like, listen, Dimples, you need to go on the stream and show people when you cook because they can cook much way better than what they don't know. Like I'll show you simple recipes with simple ingredients that you probably already have in your cabin.
All right. So in my cabinet,
Yes.
I currently have some apple cider vinegar that I found out does not expire. I was hoping that it did so I could have an excuse to throw it out. I've got maybe some turkey patties and some rice cakes. You feel like I could whip up a little cuisine with that?
I don't know about what's that.
All right. Well,
I don't know about that. You probably could
maybe your chef skills are a little
so like
overhyped.
you
I'm
could
just
probably spray the
saying.
apple cider vinegar on the turkey patty to keep it moisturized and then put it on top of your rice cakes.
No, I feel like it's a reach. I'm not going on Chopped anytime soon. But if you had a full pantry, you could probably cook up something fantastic. What's one of your go-to dishes or the things that if you got guests coming over, you're like, oh, you got to try this thing. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm usually doing like a garlic herb chicken that I do on Sundays with baked macaroni and cheese, some string beans, and sometimes I do cornbread. Or like
String beans.
yesterday, I did something simple like a shrimp grits and sausages with red peppers and green peppers and onions with grits. Something
Oh,
simple.
you said grits. I love grits. I've not met many other people who like grits.
Yes. And I'm not even, and I never used to like grits at all, but with that recipe, it comes out great. Or I can make you some quick turkey wings.
Turkey wings. Quick?
Yes. So
Quick turkey wing? I
only
don't even know
because I
where I
got
would
the Ninja
locate a
pot.
turkey
Now, if you have
wing
a
to
regular
make
pot
it
or an
quick.
oven, yes, it's gonna be some time. But if you have the Ninja pot and you started off with an hour of the pressure cooking, and then we turn it down to the 450 for like 2 hours, we'll be good.
Wow. Who taught you to cook? Are you all self-taught? Did you grow up knowing how to do all this?
We have a family restaurant in New York that's been open for 22 years, but that's a Jamaican restaurant. I'm Jamaican as well, so we have a Jamaican restaurant that's been open for 22 years in Brooklyn, New York. We cater to Hot 97, the radio station. I don't really show Jamaican recipes, but I will do
Is that
oxtail,
Breakfast Club channel?
curry chicken. I'll do that every once in a blue moon.
Wait, was I wrong? Is Hot 97 the one that the Breakfast Club is on?
Yes.
That is the one? That's the same one?
Mhm.
What? Do you ever go in studio and Charlemagne's like, these turkey wings are crazy?
No, but Charlemagne actually did a one-on-one with my sister at the store, so you could probably still look it up on the website.
Wow. That guy doesn't like anything. So that's really cool that he did that. That's awesome. I hope he'll never see this. On the off chance, hey dude, you're really cool. So you've got this restaurant, you're cooking up some stuff, you're making it. It's a Jamaican restaurant. When you say that you're Jamaican, are you first generation? Did your family immigrate here? Or what do you
I'm
mean
not
by
first generation. I'm actually Jamaicanese. I'm Jamaican, Chinese, and American. My father is Jamaican. His mom is Chinese and Jamaican, and the same thing with my mom. So they both have the same mixture. So we're Jamaicanese.
Jamaicanese? That's new. I haven't heard that term before. Did you make that up?
Yeah, well, we used to do it because everybody used to see when they used to see us, they used to say we were a mutt, or they'd be like, "You're like, what do you call yourselves?" Or Jamaican or Yank or quote unquote Yankees. So,
Fun. Cool. Well, I want to try some of this turkey wings and Jamaican cuisine that you have. So, are you public about the name of the store? Do you
yeah, I can tell
ever
Nikki's Jamaican cuisine. You can look it up.
Nikki's Jamaican cuisine? You can go in there. You can find the best. What's the house favorite there?
The oxtails and the stewed chicken.
What's oxtail? You serve oxtail?
Oxtail.
Wow. How do you prepare an oxtail? Is it meaty? I can't imagine there's a lot to eat on a tail.
It's brown stew. You got to start it from 4 o'clock in the morning. You got to make sure it gets extra soft. But you put your garlic, your onion, your peppers, the butter beans. You put it on in the morning time. You make it soak. You got to get the texture right. You'll have to try it though, because that's definitely number one. Just like ackee and saltfish or codfish cakes.
I love this. This is so good. You're making me. I was already hungry. I have a bowl of popcorn over here in my magic desk that I was going to treat myself to after this. Let me chill for a moment. Okay. Welcome to Suit Up, everyone. By the way, this is Dimples. Make sure you're hitting the favorite because she's going to leave you feeling full both from the spirit, heart, and tummy. Make sure you check out her live stream. Let's talk about your experience on the platform because you said that you came on here cooking. Is that what you strictly do now? Are you strictly a cooking streamer, or have you found yourself
No,
doing other things?
I'm not. I'm music. I'm always playing music. So on Thursday nights, I started playing musical box. I do a game night when we play music. It's almost like musical chairs, but we are actually in the box. When the music stops, you get on out. And then we also do Chopped and Screwed or talent shows where I have people who's always promoting their music to come out and show us what they do for their 30 seconds. And then on Sundays, I definitely do gospel to soul. That's just a time for me just to expand myself for the beginning of the week, get rid of anything that's been bothering me, just listen to some calm music. And then I always do it to soul because I call myself my family's DJ. So they like the soul music with the midtowns and the back in the day throwbacks. So I always do that on Sundays. And
Do you
regular night, since I'm Jamaican, I do reggae nights and we play music and I take it with the labor flag and wave your flags in the air.
Wow. Look at you. Content. You must be hanging around like Jilly and her gang because that's a lot. That's a lot of content that you're doing. The music part though, that's really interesting. Are you a musician yourself, or do you just have a great appreciation for musicians?
I just love music. Just
Love it.
my family before this whole COVID, we used to always get together. Any holidays when we get a chance, since we're all over, just to be under one roof and we didn't get a chance to go to Labor Day when we have Carnival. So what we usually do is we get together, we have the barbecue, we play the music, I'm usually the DJ, and sometimes I got to take it back to the regular traditions of the regular dances and just celebrate. Just happy to be here and just meeting new
Yeah.
people.
I would normally ask, what's your life like outside the platform versus on the platform? It really sounds like you've taken both and just merged them together.
Yeah.
That you do everything that you enjoy doing in your personal life, you've brought onto the platform, and now you're doing it here. So, is there anything that we don't see? Is there anything that you keep busy with or that you love to do but hasn't quite made it to the platform, or you don't know how you would incorporate it to the platform?
Well, a lot of people don't realize I do have two boys, so when I get a chance, I do like to take them away. I do family vacations one on one. I just like spending quality time with them. I don't post them on Instagram like that too, but there could be one or two pictures. I'm just very quiet when it comes down to them. The app actually helped me to expand, when the whole COVID situation happened, I was going through a real bad depression with my son, and I didn't smile for like a whole year. But when my
Yeah.
friend put it on my app and I got to experience different people, and then I get to start learning new people, and people came to start seeing me, I was just like, wow, oh my God, like some people was checking on me that I didn't even think they could care less of what I did. And it actually gave me motivation to start wanting to come on, to start meeting new people. And even when my other friend was going through something, I told her, I'm like, listen, maybe I can't get through you or someone can't get to you, but I'm sure that someone that you interact with on the stream would probably be able to get to you. And she was able to overcome a lot of things as well. So it's definitely a growing experience, and I definitely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart because I don't think that I would be here at this point, and I don't think I'll be able to smile as bright as I've been smiling if I didn't meet the people I met today.
That's a testimony. That's a big. Did you guys get that? Someone record it? We got to send that in. Okay. No, wow. That's really huge. And I mean this sincerely, that you feel like this platform was able to connect you not only with other people, but draw you into a different type of mindset where you're in a better place and then able to pass that on to other people. I can see that means a lot to you. Is this something that you're vulnerable about in your streams that you talk about?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my close friends, they know what I've been through and they have seen the changes. And a lot of people who comes into the room now will tell me like, "Oh my God, Dimples, like you're glowing, you're always smiling, everything's been good." And I'm just grateful. I'm just very happy,
Mhm.
like I said, this month alone had brought me a joy. I was very happy to be coming to this month, my birthday month, that is. My birthday just passed on Sunday on Easter. So
Happy
I was
birthday.
very grateful. So, I mean, it's an overwhelming feeling, but it's just blessed and something to accept, understand? Like, I'm going to meet new people. I may lose some people, but I just know that if you know who I am, I'm truly genuine and we'll always remain friends if you came into my life once.
Definitely. I'm going to preface this next part here with, please, stop me at any point if it's like this is my life, etc. But this is an emotional time for you. Can you help us understand what it is you're internalizing or reflecting or thinking about that has you feeling that emotion? What is it about that's either happened on the platform, off the platform, that right now you're recollecting that's having you feel?
Well, I'm just to be honest, I just appreciate that I was able to see the person I used to be before all the hurt. Sometimes you go through something or you experience something that you don't realize it took a toll on you or it changed you till now when you can reflect and look back and just be like, dag, I really lost myself. You understand? So, I mean, I'm always willing on my stream when someone's going through something or something's going on. I always tell someone to come and you can always talk because just because you don't think that someone else may not understand you, there may be somebody else in the room that would. And I don't let people sit there and really sit there and clown with you in regards to anything. If it's always a serious topic, I'm always going to wish the best for you. Um, just like with my situation, like people who knew my story or only knew bits of pieces in it, they came and checked on me and never knew how much that meant to me just for them to be like, hey, are you okay? You understand? So with
Yeah.
me, I can sit there and do that with someone else, and even if I'm not being directly to you, we're putting you on the blast. You may see a message from me when I be like, I just hope all is well. I hope everything's okay. It's just That's just a genuine person that if I can remember what you said or what you go through, I got your back.
Oof. Uh, well, one, it takes a great person to have that empathy, but I also, just as a fellow, am I a former streamer, current streamer? I was a regular streamer. I was a top badge. Okay. Um, I know that investing yourself into the friends and people that you make on here, it can become a large division of yourself where now you are pouring so much of your heart into a lot of different people. It's tough to have that emotional capacity. How are you able to maintain that? How are you able to still keep yourself together, but also be able to pour yourself? Or are you still figuring that out? And there's no right or wrong answer here.
Right. Well, with me, like you said, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's just like I just try to pay attention to the people who pay attention to me. Um, Fortunately for me, I have never became in one of those situations where I have like any kind of online beef or have anything negative to say about anybody on this app. I have never got into the mix of any kind of high school or mix up. With me, I just feel like if I came into your stream or if you came into my stream and you gave me positive energy, I'm always gonna come back and give you the same energy. I may not be able to sit there and spend time with you as much as you want me to, but I'm gonna make sure that I come in at least once a week to see you, just so that you know that you're on my mind and that I do see you and that I am acknowledging you. And everyone knows, like, it is an open book. If there's something that you're feeling or if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I don't sit there and listen and answer all them DMs, but if you communicate with me, if you communicate with me on this stream and we speak, trust me, if you need me to answer a question or if you need to speak to me, I'm not going to ignore you. I'm not that type of person. No.
I'm going to give a hot take here from what you were just saying, too. I think here's my hot take is that I think people many times are kind or nice or reach out because they think it's the thing that they're supposed to do.
Mhm.
I think you do it because it's really what you care to do. And because of that, it doesn't feel as emotionally taxing. It doesn't feel like as much of a task. It's just an extension of the person that you already are and what you do, which is different. So that's a pretty big person. Top, not just top badge quality type person right there. That's a great person quality right there. So Dimples, I'm looking at the clock here and we're really moving right along. Make sure you hit the favorite button on Dimples. Is there anything else that you care to talk about? It's important. I know that there's a lot of things we could talk about, but I really want to put the ball in your court to be able to talk about things. So anything that you're interested in?
Well, there's nothing really much important. Like I said, if you're ever going through something and you just don't have the words to say, you can always come in on Sundays. I definitely do gospels to soul. Sometimes I have people come in the box and just say what you're thankful for. And I mean, even sometimes I have the trolls come in the box and they end up favoring me on their other pages. We just be cool. It's just so, I
Switch
mean,
them up. I like
um,
it.
other than that, I mean, like I said, I'm just an open book. And, if you never met me, just always stop in. We can talk, chill. I bet you hear a song that you haven't heard in years, but that's just me.
Love it. There you go, everyone. As Dimples, she's one of your most recent top badges a couple weeks ago. Make sure you hit the favorite button on her. Thank you so much for being here. It was great getting to know you, talk with you. I look forward to see some of your cooking. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna be sliding in the DMs to talk about some cooking content. I don't know. But we'll look about that. Thank you so much for being here, though. It was great talking with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night.
Cheers. There you go, everyone. That's Dimples. I'm Chris Casper. Thank you so much for being here. This is Suited Up. 2 guests this week. Big birthday shout out to someone who helps me every week. She goes by Ari. We love her. She helps get this show together every week with Skylight. But today's special, it's her. It's her birthday. She declined to hop in the box, but we're still going to harass her and tell her happy birthday. So she goes by Ari, Secretary of Defense. She's out here defending the streams, one bouncer status at a time. So make sure that you give her a shout out. It's her birthday. We love her. We miss her. Happy birthday, Ari. She might even be live right now. What are you doing? Go there. Before I get to the Q&A part, to wrap up the show for last few minutes, make sure that you check out the following featured content. We got Mr. Moore doing his forgiveness culture. It's a great show. You definitely want to check that out. Also, a big shout out to our top gifters this evening. We got Epi Deluxe. We've got Chef and Bell, Juicy Drip, Lemon Bay for top badge, Daniel Tiger. We got Lisley. Thanks, Lisley. We have Moni. Dizzy coming up here, making me think I'm having technical difficulties. Tee it up. And finally, number one gifter of this evening so far, Culinary, coming in with the big drops. Thank you so much, Culinary, for all your generosity. Okay, so to wrap up the show today, this is Suited Up. Normally I have 3 guests. This week, I'm going to pseudo kind of be my own guest just for a few moments to just publicly respond to some common DMs that I've gotten in some of the absence that I've had. So, Chris, here's the first one that I got. You all are savages and ruthless. Can I host the rundown? I was gone for 2 seconds. Come on. Stop. Let me have some job security. Okay. No, you cannot host the rundown. The reason for this is we can only have talent official host it because we need to make sure that all messaging is conducive with how we condone messaging to be. We also have to make sure that they are part of TMG official, so that way no favoritism or bias or things like that are coming into place. So really do appreciate all of you reaching out, asking if you can host the rundown. You can't. We really do appreciate it. But we do have Zach, who's ruthless. He's super cool. He's awesome. Why did I say ruthless? He's ruthless with his charisma. Obviously. Think fast, Chris. Okay, next question. What's the name of your band? Fun fact. We changed our name. We just don't know what it's changing to yet. So we did have a name. It was called Make Believe. But our sound is a little too heavy and harsh for that name. We got some feedback from our producers and some other people, and they just said, hey, we think you have a really good sound, but that sound does not come from a band called Make Believe. So we said, okay. So we're currently working on new band names. If you have a band name idea, message me on Instagram. You can click up here and do it. If you suggest a name that we end up using, I will leak a track to you. How about that? Don't tell my band I said that. Okay. What's our next question that we have on here? How can I be on your show? Just message me on Instagram. I promote it every week. Just slide in the DMs. Message over here. Click my name at the top. We can make it happen. Would love to have you on the show. It also helps if you lead with something that you want to talk about. That would be something that helps Ari and Skylight book you, because we look to talk with people who have something interesting or an event that's happened. Also, I just noticed, thank you for 36,000 favorites. I really do appreciate that. 36,000 is a gigantic number, and I can almost count to 30. So maybe someday I'll get to 36. Next question. What do I put in my hair? So I use a pomade. It's like a thing. It's messy, I know, but the reason I'll do this is because sometimes it'll stick over. I use a pomade. Welcome to Suit Up. This is the Q&A portion. I'm answering some of the questions that I just have not gotten to in my DMs. How do I get my top badge? Please watch the rundown. We announce it every week. Give me my top badge is another one that we have here. Same thing. And I'm looking through some of the other questions that I copy pasted over. Oh, hang on. I like this question. When can you hear a song? We don't know yet. We still haven't got the song back yet. But again, if you follow my Instagram page, I'll be posting regular band updates. We were going to spoil our band, our original band headshots that we've got. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the studio asked us to come back. So the producer that we worked with asked us if we would like to come back. We've booked out more studio time in June. We're going to record 2 more songs over the course of a week. So we're really excited about that. we will be giving more details as they come about dropping those singles. So that's all the stuff I'm going to answer from my DMs. Almost all the other questions were about how do I get a top badge or how do I get a show? I can answer that one too. Please message me or Zach if you have a show idea. Would love to hear it. I'm going to say this. If you have a show where you want to do a fave party, if you want to talk about mental health, if you want to give financial advice, or do like drinking or marijuana, those types of things, we can't feature those concepts. So we have to re-strategize and push around some of those ideas. Okay. So if you have a show idea, feel free to please slide and message me. Message Zach, please, if you'd like to too. I think I've seen him in the chat. Do not message Melody. All she'll do is screenshot your DMs and post them to her IG, thinking that it's cute and funny, leaving you mortified, never wanting to ever talk to her again. All right. So don't please just do not engage with her unless she's offering you great opportunities within streaming. Then respond. Okay. Anyway, my name is Chris Casper. Thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to our top gifters. Again, the top 3 this evening were Dizzy, Teed Up, and Culinary. My name's Chris Casper. We do the show every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to meet your favorite streamer that you haven't met yet. See you on Friday for the rundown. Ooh, big announcement this Friday on the rundown, by the way. Big special announcement. We've got 2 huge things coming up. I'm going to tease something right now. Wherever our old veteran streamers are at, there's something. The last time we did it was at the very beginning of the pandemic. We have not done it since, and we're bringing it back. It affects the entire app. Only certain people will end up participating in it. That's all I'm going to tease about it. Okay? So go ahead and think about what that might be. We're going to talk about what it officially is on Friday. So until then, I'll see you. Much love. Stream with respect. Take care, everyone.